Hello, this is Dr. Freedom. Please don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click on the little bell icon. That way you'll be notified when the latest news videos go up. Howdy folks, Dr. Freedom with you. Times from Dr. News from in and around the universe, or may or may not make you go, hey, until your brain realigns and you begin to see the cosmic mind and know that the whole thing you call life is a joke and we, the human race, are the punchline. Now, yeah, some interesting stuff going on. We had some more filming going on, and this appears to be tied to the previous filming, that Stephen Fry was in, relating to that, whole, well, like I said, I'm going to give you a chance now. There's going to be some spoiler stuff at the beginning here when we talk about the filming. All right, well, when we get to the filming bit. So you may want to, tune out once I mention that article, okay? So when I get to that point, I'll say something again. But let's get right into it. Let's get on to it. Let's hop on the Freedom Train. It's a happy place. Because we're going to start with comic relief right off the bat. There's this beautiful segment here where they drag David Tennant off stage. And it's funny as hell. Like I said, there's a link to the clip right here if you want to go watch it. And it's funny as heck, okay? Also, and I put it in the wrong order because guess what? The doctor needs your help. This little 1-minute clip here was shot for comic relief. And it's funny to watch. Of course, for those who embrace Jodie Whittaker as the doctor and those who are using this as an excuse to put Series 11 under a microscope that makes an electron microscope look like a joke. I'm not kidding. I got people in the comment box going, Series 11 was utter crap. And I'm like, you know what? I was so tempted to do a video talking about all the other really shit episodes that we've had across Doctor Who. But it doesn't mean the whole season was shit. I'm sorry, it really doesn't. There were some good moments in Series 11. I wish people would get the hell over it. But go watch this, get a laugh out of it, bam. All right, let's keep moving forward. Series 12, okay, this is the one you want to duck out on because I'm about to scroll down. If you don't want any spoilers, here's your chance. Leave the room now, we're going. Okay, so this was filming with, of course, the 3 companions. If you scroll down here, check this out. Tuxedo. Well done little black outfit here with slacks for Mandip Gill. And as y'all remember, this seems to be some kind of like James Bond-esque thing going on here. So as you can tell from the tuxedos. And they all seem to be looking in their phones at something going on there. Or of course, with it being Cardiff and with it being Wales, it is freaking raining, as my friend Steven would say. So, check it out. Here's Prop Baby. That'll be the next evil villain for Series 12. It's Prop Baby. Okay, moving forward. Hey, Salad Man became a hit. And here's some fans got in there and took pictures with various members of the cast. So, it's really nice that they're still doing this and, taking time out, to take some time with the fans. That's really, really nice of them to do so. All right, here, there's a whole lot of them here. That's really cool. I don't have time to show all of them, but if you want to go look at all of them, of course, remember, links for every article we talk about here will be below in the description box, so you can go take a look for yourself. Now, there was another shoot going on the night before with just Bradley Walsh out on Barry Island. And as you can see here, once again, rainy day in Cardiff. There is a little bit of language involved up here, so if you've got youngins, you don't want them to read that tweet, okay? He's just somebody being excited. He wasn't bawling anybody out or anything. He just used a very definite expletive. All right, a War of the Worlds film crew filmed on this island earlier in the week. But this time you can see here's the equipment trucks that are associated with Doctor Who out there. So, this particular location, a train station, was used out on Barry Island for parts of The Woman Who Fell to Earth and all that. So there you go. Bam. All right. Now, a lot of people have been going, all right, this is Annika Wills saying it's not my Doctor Who. And she's not saying it. She's saying it's just not her era. You got to remember, Annika Wills traveled all the way back in the day with Patrick Troughton, and I believe, wasn't she with Hartnell for a bit? Like I said, forgive me, I brain fart. I still have to go back and rewatch a lot of my old Hartnell Troughton because I'm more familiar with stuff from Pertwee on than I am the first 2. I've only had a chance to watch those just a couple times. So if you get a chance, go give this. It's a nice little thing by Annika Wills. And, of course, they're doing it because, of course, the Macroterror premiere, was today. Some folks went out there to watch it. Okay, David Tennant and Billie Piper will be attending MegaCon Orlando, or MegaCon Orlando in May. Sorry, Orlando, Florida, I believe. So if you want to go check this out and you're going to be anywhere near there, bam, here you go. Tickets are now on sale at that website if you want to go check it out. I am nowhere near Florida, so it won't be me. But okay, former Doctor Who companion game to return alongside Jodie Whittaker, and this is referring to Karen Gillan, who was recently interviewed. And of course, we all know Karen Gillan has met with some very, very incredible success after Doctor Who, between Guardians of the Galaxy and her own productions and things like that she's been working on. Not to mention the Jumanji sequel. And I'm not kidding. I walked into that movie thinking, oh, God, there's going to be a pile of shit. Because it seems like every time they do a sequel to such a standalone blockbuster like Jumanji was to me, that, they screw it up. And this one they didn't. It's a very enjoyable movie, and they're doing a sequel to that now. So they're coming back as those characters, apparently, as those avatars and all that. So she said she'd be game for it. I'm not sure how they would write it, but, it's Karen Gillan. She can do what she wants, but I don't think it's going to happen. Why? The BBC can't afford her. Moving forward. Okay, when David Walliams met, who's Tom Baker. Sorry, I'm a little bit giggly today. And this is a very entertaining little interview here if you want to go read it. Tom is always a character and a half. So, well, not exactly little, okay? So, I was just messing with you a little bit there. So, anything from Tom, he's just hilarious. He's always very direct, very straightforward, and he always has this, comedic sense when he's telling stories. So, please, be sure to go check that out if you're a fan of Tom Baker. And, of course, talking about, the Macro Terror, this is an article came out a couple days ago, but they're talking about the animation. From what I'm hearing so far, this is the best animation they've done of any Lost episodes, at least from the things I've read. I haven't had a chance to watch it myself yet, but here's some sample pics and whatnot if you want to go check them out, all right here tied to this article. Moving forward, Why the Doctor and River remain one of our favorite genre romances. And this is just like a nice little piece here over on Sci-Fi Wire if you want to go check it out. Me, like I said, I never had a problem with River Song. I thought they told her story and wrapped it up pretty good. The thing is, a lot of people were like, oh, God, she's going to... Well, the thing is, they've already had her appear in an adventure, remember, after she was in the library. So there's ways she can be transmitted out of the core of the library. One of my favorite things is, if the Doctor had really wanted to bring River back, just simply go get one of those flesh things. Remember the Rebel flesh? Hook it into the computer, download her consciousness into it, and instant River back in reality. See how easy it is when you're a sci-fi guy? Doesn't take 5 seconds, does it? All right. And here's one I saved for last. If you are one of the SJW PC conspiracy crowd, please leave the room now. You're not going to like anything that happens in this article. Because when Captain Marvel became a target, the rules changed. And they're talking about the changes that took place over on Rotten Tomatoes. Because they were putting things up, and movies, TV shows such as Doctor Who Series 11 were being slammed outright months before the first episode even aired or when the movie premiered. And it goes into this in pretty good detail about Captain Marvel. Matter of fact, one of the opening lines in here, quote, one audience reviewer deemed the movie, quote unquote, a complete disaster. Another was, quote unquote, tired of all this SJW nonsense, using, of course, the abbreviation for Social Justice Warrior. And another one had, browsed that Brie Larson, the movie star, says I shouldn't see the movie anyway. Now, here we go. The Captain Marvel at this point had not even been released yet. Its opening day was a month away, but that did not stop negative remarks from piling up against the film and Mrs. Larson. And they go into this right here. Very, very good detail, such as there's going down here where they had videos popping up on YouTube named Brie Larson is ruining Marvel. Sound familiar? Sounds like a familiar headline? Because the algorithm on YouTube was supporting that shit. And this is what those guys are doing. I guarantee you, given the fact these guys sit there and go through the bother of describing each episode and why it sucks so much, that means they're watching it. Like I keep telling people, if you weren't going to like it, why are you spending an hour of your life every week watching it? The thing is, I got a friend of mine. Well, we'll just say it's Philip. You know who you are. has been trying to get me to watch Star Trek Discovery, and I refuse. I do not want to watch something that I grew up with being dragged to the mud and turned into a pile of shit. And it has nothing to do with PCG or SGW agendas. It's just the fact that I've already seen this done before with Battlestar Galactica. I've already seen this done before with what I call it. Now they're redoing the freaking Cage. It's like pretty soon it'll be, well, let's go redo some classic episodes too while we're at it. We'll just throw the Discovery in. I just don't watch it, period. That's it. End of argument. You don't see me going on here about total videos going, Sonequa Martin Green is running Star Trek. Oh, come on, please. So once again, you'll notice I'm averaging somewhere between 10 to 12 dislikes per video. And it's like, if you don't like me, don't watch me. And I've told this to people who've been trolling me for years. It's like, guys, if you have not figured out, I've been online here since 2011. I believe it was October. There are at least a billion other channels on YouTube. If you don't like me, don't watch me. Why are you wasting time to, go on here and do all this weird shit? Because I've obviously not stopped making videos. And the same thing's going to go on with Doctor Who. You can stamp your feet, kick your little ass up and down down the concrete all day long, acting like you're doing the gator or the worm, and cry your eyeballs out. But once I keep telling people, if you have such a problem with Doctor Who, they've got an email. You can go to the BBC page and email them. But no, the reason why they're making videos on YouTube, and they also got Patreon accounts, I'm going to notice that, they're making money off this hate. That's all there is to it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out there who are putting out very constructive criticism as to why they didn't like Series 11. And that's the intelligent angle. But you see, the hateful angle makes more money. Till next time, everybody, please take care of yourselves. See you on the flip side. Freedom out, babies.